Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Eye on the Community, and I'm your host, Sean Anthony. And joining me to talk about this year's African American Male Wellness 5K Walk and Run is the president of the agency, as well as Miss Junie Simpson, who is head of health equity, customer engagement from Genentech. I want to welcome you both to Eye on the Community. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you.
Excellent. Mr. Hampton, let's start with you. This is the 20th walk in Columbus. How is your organization reflecting on this milestone?
20 years of saving Black men's lives, one walk at a time, is really a special thing. We've been reflecting all year about how impactful this event has really come into the community and just made such a life-changing experience for our community. We've evolved where we started with just several hundred people, and now fast forward, we have tens of thousands of people that are attending our event. But more importantly, the fact that men are learning what's going on inside of their bodies is exactly why we're doing what we're doing. We pride ourselves on bringing the clinic to the community, and we take the edge off of a doctor's appointment. We say it's the most fun that our men will ever have at a doctor's appointment. And so we're excited this year that we get to celebrate 20 years of walking to save Black men's lives by being able to just come together, fellowship, have a great time, but ultimately saving lives one screening at a time.
Excellent. Ms. Simpson, I have a two-part question for you. First, explain to our listeners, what exactly is Genentech? And based off of your research, what disparities do you see in urban communities across the country?
Yeah, so great question. So just to level set, Genentech is a biotechnology company, and over the last 4 decades, we've been dedicated to groundbreaking science to develop medicines for people with serious and life-threatening diseases. And so our areas of focus are in the area of significant unmet needs, which includes cancer and 6 other disease areas like immunology, infectious disease, cardiometabolic, ophthalmology, and also neuroscience. And so we invest over $15 billion annually in research and development, more than any other healthcare company. And so we are really acutely aware that we are active in disease states where disparities exist. And so we have an obligation to be part of the solution in ensuring all patients have access, regardless of their health-related social needs. And so we also recognize that a history of mistreatment has built a lack of trust, leaving people feeling that the healthcare system is rigged against them. And so we take a data-driven approach to understand the true needs of the community. And so we are focused on closing these gaps in care, for example, in vision screening across different cancers and in multiple sclerosis as well, in all underserved and historically marginalized communities.
That's excellent. Mr. Hampton, I want to pivot back to you about the festivals that's going on in the coming up weekends. Are there any special guests or events planned for the 20th walk?
Oh, absolutely. It wouldn't be a party without making sure that we got some folks that are going to come in and really turn it into a big party. So this year we're excited because we'll be having a live performance by Eric Roberson, nationally recognized R&B singer, who will be presented by Lifeline Ohio to do a special concert for us at the walk. Master P, who is serving as our special guest for our VIP reception that is for our sponsors on Thursday evening, but he will be joining us at the 20th annual African American Male Wellness 5K Walk and Run on Saturday morning. And then we also have another special guest who is going to be in town for a concert on Saturday night, and that's Cameo. And so he's going to be stopping by. He's going to be excited to see what we're doing here in the community. And we got a few others that we're just going to keep under our hats for now, but you got to come out. So we're encouraging the entire city to join us on Saturday, August 12th at 7 a.m. so that you can come out and celebrate us walking to save Black men's lives again.
That's amazing. You know, I've been in this radio game for quite some time, and people often ask me, who's some of your favorite people that you've interviewed? Hands down, Master P has been one of my favorite people to ever interview. So he is a fantastic guest. He cares about the people and so much more. Let's dive a little deeper, Mr. Hampton. So we know this event is more than a walk. Can you talk about the health component?
Absolutely. The African American Male Wellness Agency, we try to holistically support African American men and their families. So this is an opportunity for the entire family to come out and learn what's going on inside their bodies. So we will be offering screenings for women. We're also offering physicals for our children. But it is more than a walk, because it's an opportunity for us to come together and really understand why it's important to do what we're doing. On average, African American men are dying at the age of 67 years old, and our white counterparts are dying on average at the age of 79. That's a 12-year gap that we're trying to be intentional about closing. And so there's some organizations such as Genentech or NBC4 or the City of Columbus or CareSource who have invested in partnering with us to really not just have conversations about equity, but to really take action. And that's why we're able to provide free health screenings to all of our participants, solely because of the sponsorships and the financial commitments that we've received from our partners. We're doing so much more than just the walk. We are doing mental wellness work around the country as well that is really making an impact on the lives of our men, because a lot of men are looking for a safe space just to talk and have a conversation. A couple of weeks back, we had Pac-Man Jones in town here in Columbus to have a Real Men Real Talk Summit, where hundreds of men came out and were able to self-disclose. I was able to self-disclose and really help one another understand it's important and it's just okay for us to talk. And so we're looking forward to getting to know more people at our event. We're looking forward to some men taking some next steps in their wellness journey. Is where I learned that I had elevated blood pressure 2 years ago at one of our events. And so I am doing everything that I possibly can to lead from the front, make the adjustments that I need to make, but more importantly, don't be ashamed to go and find out what's going on inside of my body. So too many of our men know more about their vehicles than they know about their bodies. And we're saying, nope, not on our watch. We're doing something about it. So that's why we're so much more than a walk, because we're literally holding each other accountable and walking the journey together.
That's amazing. I love it. Miss Junie Simpson, tell us why it's important for Genentech to be involved in the mission of closing the health equity gap.
So I have to tell you, Genentech has over 40 medicines across those 7 therapeutic areas that I named earlier in the program. And we know that not every eligible patient is getting access to our innovations. And so at Genentech, we are committed to raising awareness about the importance of early disease detection and cancer screenings so that people know their risk. To Kenny's point, and to answer that call to action to seek care. And so to that end, we aim to turn science into breakthroughs to deliver better outcomes for everyone facing, for example, a cancer diagnosis. And so we are working to expand equitable access to comprehensive biomarker testing so that every patient knows from a personalized medicine perspective what can be done. And so lastly, Genentech also aims to partner across the healthcare system to deliver better outcomes for these patients while lowering overall healthcare costs. And we recognize that health equity work is done through partnerships. And this is why African American Male Wellness Agency is the ideal partner. They have the trust of the communities. They know how to activate the community to come out to be educated and screened. And so they are a trusted source. And so that's what's important about really this mission about closing health equity gaps.
Excellent. Before we conclude, Mr. Kenny Hampton, is there any last remarks that you would like to share?
Absolutely. We always want to take an opportunity to thank all of our sponsors. We cannot do this without our sponsors. But more importantly, we want to let the entire city know that we are counting on you to show up and show out This will be the biggest event that takes place in the city of Columbus and the state of Ohio this year. The governor's office has announced that August will be the African American Male Wellness Month. And so we're going to celebrate that accomplishment and celebrate the idea that we're able to come together, have a great time, and walk to save Black men's lives for the 20th time. So come on out Saturday, August 12th at 7 a.m. And it's going to be the most fun you'll ever have at a doctor's appointment.
Absolutely. Again, that is August 12th, 7 a.m. at Livingston Park. The website is aawellness.org. Performances by Eric Roberson and special appearances by Master P and many more. Mr. Kenny Hampton and Junie Simpson, thank you both for sharing this on Eye on the Community. You two take care.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye now.